Day, gentlemen, this is SwashbucklingSir here, and today we critique Super Toy Cars, an action racing game in the vein of the Micro Machines games. As there is no story to Super Toy Cars, I'll jump right into the graphics. While there are a few options available, even with all the effects and 8x MSAA, the graphical fidelity is still poor and even keeps displaying rough edges after 8x anti-aliasing. How's that even possible? Be careful, because the Steam screenshots are highly processed and do not represent the in-game graphics. Additionally, Super Toy Cars has problems with the frame rate, especially in cooperation with recording software. So the video on YouTube does not necessarily represent the actual in-game FPS, but that doesn't make the graphic look any better, to be quite honest. As for the sound design, while the music is quite good, due to there being only a minuscule amount of songs, they get repetitive very quickly. Additionally, while there are some nice effects when driving through tunnels, the engine sounds are hideous. Have a listen. Let's get to the gameplay. Super Toy Cars feels floaty, both with keyboard and with a controller. However, better with a controller once you're somewhat accustomed to it. This is partially due to the contrived sliding system, which gets activated by pressing a button instead of somewhat realistically by taking into account how harsh one cuts corners at which speed. It feels unnatural, and all cars act, speaking of physics, rather unpredictably. However, they feel quite different from model to model. Beside the mediocre driving, the game features an array of uninspired items that can seldomly be used strategically, as for example in Mario Kart, and thus serve little purpose. As possible strategy becomes naught, since driving over new items exchanges the current available one, saving thus is negative and you start spamming items instead. Together with the entirely random and utterly frustrating game mode of spawning mines everywhere, I wished there was an option to disable items altogether. The last big part of racing games is the track design. Sadly, I have to report that Super Toy Cars does not shine here either. There are only a few and not very interesting tracks available, which repeat quite often throughout the superficial campaign mode. Luckily, the game features a track editor, and thus the community might be able to remedy this factor. Overall, the mediocre graphics, bad sound quality, and merely adequate gameplay create a subpar action racer, which might be fun with a couple of friends for one evening, but that's it. I'm SwashbucklingSir, thanks for watching, have a great day, goodbye.